Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Eddie Marcus here again. I find it very difficult at times to sleep. You see, my mission is to try to free you, not really to save your soul or try to get you into heaven. You see, I really don't know anything about saving your soul except what I have heard, what I have read in books, what I've been taught in religious circles. But I don't know anything about your soul. In fact, I don't really know what a soul is. I heard somebody say it's the breath of life that you have that gives your body the ability to do the functions. I don't know, that could be true. But I couldn't stake my life on it. And I couldn't tell you about the other side of death. I've heard that if you're good, that you can live eternally on the other side of the world, on the other side of life. I always thought eternal meant always, even now. I never heard of an eternity that starts after a while. That takes away what you call eternity as far as I'm concerned. So I don't know anything about on the other side of life. If there's a heaven, well, a perfect place where everybody have no troubles, I would want that for myself, and I'm sure most of you, or many of you, would want it for yourselves. But even when you speak about heaven, based upon what I've been taught, there was trouble up there. Didn't stay too long. I heard he was kicked out. But nevertheless, the trouble, according to what I've been hearing, was there. So what I would love to do, ladies and gentlemen, is talk to you about stuff I know. And what I know is life, good life, peaceful life, prosperous life, joyous life. I know that. I want that. I know that we are the reason, we the people are the reason that we don't have a prosperous life for all citizens or all people. I know that we are the reason behind all of the suffering, even though we can have prosperity for every single citizen, every single soul on earth could be prosperous as they want to be, but they're not. And you might want to ask why. I'll tell you why. The reason that they aren't, or we aren't, is because we use a measure of exchange, what we call money. Money has several identifiable marks now. Some say a measure of exchange, some say God or a cover up for God, and God meaning people behind the scene, people who make the money and control the money. But you can bet your life that wherever money is used, corruption exists. Wherever money is used, corruption exists. Money is used in medicine. Medicine is corrupted. Healthcare is corrupted. Money is used in education. Education is corrupted. Money is used in housing. Housing is corrupted. Money is used in food. Food is corrupted. Money is used in transportation. Transportation is corrupted. Money is used in fixing your lawn or doing city work. City work is corrupted. Government work is corrupted at every level. Wherever, and religious, let me leave that out. Religious institutions use money, corrupted. For all those other little things I left out, if money is used, even if you throw in pitching pennies to a line, or dimes, or nickels, or quarters, whatever you're pitching, if money is in it, and if to get money, it's corrupted. So that means that every society on the face of the earth is corrupted behind money. Well, it's not really corrupted behind money. It's corrupted by a philosophy of thought. Money is a tool that's used to trap you. Now, that isn't my purpose for this particular presentation. Sure, you already know that money is behind, it's cause of corruption. You know that whole story. But let me tell you something about a Christian, or should I say a person that loves God versus a person who loves himself. A person who has a relationship with God knows more about life than people who don't. Don't ask me why, but they do. I do know a person who does not have any respect for God, his ultimate weapon for protection, victory, is killing. I mean, you'll do a lot of things to you, but ultimately they will kill you. He or she or they will kill you. Now, when it comes down to good, good supposedly is the opposite of that evil, bad. So if an evil man will kill you, then an honest man, a loving man, will love you. And he'll love you to the extent that he will allow you or she to kill them. Now, they have the right to defend themselves, take you out when you attack them. But if, depending upon their degree of understanding of God, they will allow you to take their lives. But what they will not do is walk around killing. So if the government kills you, it's because they're led by an evil spirit. If your neighbor will kill you, it's for the same reason. Or a stranger, it's for the same reason. All the same reason. But if you treated people right, it seems like wouldn't have to be any killing, any stealing, any lying, any cheating. But these things occur. They occur because you're running after the dictates of men. How in the world can you understand that there was a power that was unseen that created this big old ball that we call Earth? Put all the oceans and seas and rivers and lakes and ditches in its prospective places. Made food grow out of the earth. Plants and flowers and all that good stuff grow out of the earth. And minerals are there. So that you, the human being, can use your own brain that God has given you and fed it with curiosity to do all the things that we do. God did that. And having done that, He gave a roadmap to peace, a roadmap to prosperity, a roadmap to joy. Joy. It was given. And all you had to do was to follow it. All you have to do now is to follow it. And if you do not follow it, then the action that you take leads in the opposite direction. And that's from heaven to what we call hell. And I'm not talking about some hell in an afterlife. If I can't tell you about life after death is in heaven, I'm not going to tell you about life after death in hell. But I can tell you that if you follow the right things while you are alive, you will have your peace, your prosperity, your joy. And what is that? Treating people right. Treating people like you want to be treated. And you will have, and get money out of the way, you will have your peace, your prosperity, and most of your joy. You don't do that, treat people right, treat people like you want to be treated, I guarantee you won't catch nothing but hell here in this life. Pure hell in this life. But what I want you to know mainly is this. You've heard the expression, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. That basically means that for a whole long time, people have been living on this earth. And those first people who knew something about creation passed away. And before they passed away, they had started a new way of doing things, which had nothing to do with the way that was set up. And we have followed that all through time. And before America became a nation called the United States, there were a group of men that came from other parts of the world because they were fed up with the stuff they had to go through where they were, fed up with being jailed, fed up with a lack of freedom, fed up because they were poor, fed up because they were slaves, fed up because they want to exploit and get more. All of those reasons. But these men came over here, and a group of them, ladies and gentlemen, a group of men, just like you and I, or your neighbor, or your friend at the church, or your friend at the local supermarket. They got together and decided that they would create a government, a system of government. They would create a nation, the United States of America. And they would write a bunch of rules and regulations that would govern this nation, this new nation. Now, some of these men had no respect for women. Some of them had no respect for other ethnicities. In fact, some of them owned slaves. But they were sitting there making laws for this new nation. And they set up what they call the Constitution of the United States of America and all those other documents as well. Men like you and I. And you know how we think something this morning and our mind changed at night. And we might think we're wise sometime and we make a few statements and we want to sing them forever. Well, don't you know that for all of these couple of hundred years, we have decided that Benjamin Franklin and all of those guys, Thomas Jefferson and others, are smarter than God. God gave us the map for peace, prosperity, and joy. They gave us the map that peace, prosperity, and joy for some and hell for the others. And now the people of this nation, the citizens of this nation, poor and rich alike, choose to follow the dictates of these slave owners, these bigots, rather than follow the dictates of God.